right, we're here at NADA Show 2025. I've got Robert and Jayce, and coming to us live from his office. He couldn't make it because of the snow. We've got Michael Wood, and Renew Energy is here with us. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Robert, obviously, Renew Energy has kind of been a brainchild of yours, but talk to us about how you got into the industry and where you've come since you started.
Well, 12 years ago, we got into the industry through a partnership with Vivint Solar back in California. Was out there for, 8 years, and then my son-in-law had an opportunity to be part of SEAL Team 6, and so my wife and I chased our grandchildren to the Virginia side of the world, and so Jayce and Blake run the California side of the business. But we've been doing this for 12 years now.
And now, Frank, your son-in-law runs the government part of our division as well.
Yeah,
so you're not just in the auto industry side of things, right? You have interests outside of auto. I love when we hear that because it allows the automotive industry to learn things from things that you're doing outside of it. Can you talk about how you kind of cross those boundaries a bit?
So I worked for Tesla for a brief period of time and got my first electric vehicle and was hooked instantly. I mean, you drive a Tesla and it's a blast. And so got hooked on that, and then, with the solar part of it, it just all made sense, but didn't have the understanding of the cost of electricity until I had to start paying for it myself. When I worked for the company, I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And so when we started paying for ourselves, it made sense. It's like charging at home, way cheaper. And instead of going to a charging station, having an hour of your day taken up charging your car, now I walk in at night, plug the car in, and in the morning I've got a full charge. So that's how it all came to pass.
Jayce, can you talk a little bit about exactly how Renew Energy is solving problems on the dealer side and what it gives the opportunity for the dealers to kind of gain in profitability and customer connections and all that?
Sure thing. I think that's one of the most unique things about our value proposition. It's just that each dealer can earn between $2,000 and $4,000 per electric vehicle that they refer our way that ends up signing for our program. So that goes straight to the dealer's bottom line. And again, it's per transaction, it's per electric vehicle first and foremost. And then I think the other unique thing about our program is that we give the dealership now the opportunity to control the sales cycle from start to finish. So from the moment the customer walks in the door to the moment they finish purchasing that electric vehicle, the sales cycle doesn't stop there for the dealership anymore. Now they get to be a part of what's next for that customer. They get to be a part of the solution, which is, hey, how do we offer charging for this vehicle at home, and how do we offset the cost of charging for this vehicle?
Yeah, Michael, obviously, when dealers are looking at their profitability or even just their ability to serve their customer through the entire purchase process, we've always been looking at, like, what more can we do? Whether it be F&I products or insurance products, and now EV products, especially with the EV landscape just changing how consumers buy. How has it changed your ability to serve a customer and run operations at scale in the EV side of things?
I just think it allows us to take a full holistic approach to EVs with our clients. At the end of the day, we're not just sitting there focusing on selling them the EV and then be like, all right, you're on your own now. We're bridging that gap for them and saying, hey, you trusted us, trust them. They're going to give you a transparent quote on having a level 2 charger installed, as well as having your solar panels installed, so that you can have that, EV charging for life. And I think that was important for me, was making sure that we picked the right partner, because our reputation means a lot within our marketplace. And so handing somebody over that, has given us their time and their dollars, that's an important decision to make. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't a quick decision that we decided that we were going to move forward with this. But after numerous conversations with Mr. Blessing, we decided this is a really good marriage for us, because margin compression, as we all know, is going to continue to happen in the automotive industry. And as a general manager, I have to continue to provide a healthy bottom line. And this is a great way for me to add additional, just net profit to my bottom line without any kind of capital expenditure. And it also assists my customers. So it's like it's one of those win-win-win situations where you get on board. Kind of like feeds this whole Amazon mindset that our clients have nowadays. So from purchasing the vehicle from us to total installation of their charger as well as their solar panels can be done in as little as 3 days. And when you think about what has to be done for all that's a massive undertaking to be done in 3 days.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jayce, obviously, it's not just about installing a charger. It's about how do we get the electricity that we don't have to pay this obscene amount of money. Talk about how solar panels and that communication to the consumer is it's still at an education piece of the, just the consumer interaction, and how you're educating consumers and allowing them to kind of take control of their electric, especially when it comes to their vehicles.
Yeah, I think when we have an opportunity to sit down with a customer and we get a warm introduction from a dealership like we're talking about, we sit down and we make sure we do a really nice job of spending the necessary time with the customer, educating them what the local laws are for electricity and how their utilities are partnering with us and with their local community to make it affordable for customers to use. But we sit down and one of the things we train all of our staff to do very well, and one of the things we emphasize is customers always first, right? So we make sure they understand what they're getting into, and we never leave or we never offer a solution to a customer that does not make financial sense. That's one of the backbones of our company, is that if we're going to offer you a solution, the outcome of that solution we need to make sure that you're paying less now than you were before you met with us. And if it doesn't, then we won't offer the solution to the customer.
That's a really interesting. I remember selling cars back in the day. I said, if I can find a car that meets your budget and makes sense, I'm going to encourage you to buy it. If I can't, then I'm going to encourage you not to buy it. So I love that that's the heart behind it. Robert, obviously a lot of questions around the current administration coming in and what that does to the EV purchasing process, incentives around not just EVs, but anything electric. How is that impacting your communication to dealers and customers on what to look for in 2025?
So personally, I like the fact that President Trump kind of rolled us back a little bit. I think it gives us an opportunity to have technology and adoption sync together and move forward. It allows the OEMs to be profitable while they're going through this massive transformation. In the solar industry, we have a 20-year window to get that adoption done, where the car industry had a much shorter timeline. So this change that is going on is actually good for the industry. It allows everybody to get a better technology out to the marketplace, get a better adoption rate, and then we all win in the process of that.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. I love what you're doing. You're communicating with customers and dealers alike and kind of giving them back the control on their purchase and ownership process.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for having us. Appreciate it.